enough as it is.
What are we starting with?
Don't know yet. Hey, look who's that!
Harry Carey.
That's awesome, dude.
Is that great or what?
Harry, why don't you take us to bed?
Okay, leave me off for next year and snapping us in, Cheryl. And make sure you turn that mic off after you're done, you know. You want it. You wanted it. Oh, yeah. We got to turn you off, too. Where's that guest? Yeah, there we go. Are you snapping? It's 31. It's 32.
Oh, man.
No, it's 32.
My
Are you going to count it down?
Are you losing your head?
We're done.
I'm crying.
Ready, go.
No, it's okay.
I got it. Yeah, what are we doing? Are your both amps on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are we doing?
Good evening.
Okay. I keep thinking we're not live. We are live. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Monty's lost his top of his head. That's all right.
You want it back?
Yeah, let's go ahead and rock and roll.
It's happening.
There we go. That's good. Oh, no, you're going to screw it all up. No, it's too much now. Oh, now you're off center.
Thanks, Mark. It's perfect.
No, now
Thanks,
he's
Mark.
guitar. You need to come over to the right. See what it takes to set up a show.
A shoe.
Oh, it's gonna. Now you've got it all screwed. Now you got too much up there. Now you got to bring it down. Okay, you're good. All right, rock and roll.
That's perfect.
It's close enough. Move over a little more. Make it work.
You know, tonight we're going to start with Nobody Does It Better, because I just did.
Nobody does it. What are we doing, Dick?
I don't know, hopscotch. Just hopscotch it.
Oh, no, I thought we were doing Monty's.
Oh, okay. Oh, see?
Yeah.
Shave.
You want to sing? Shave yourself?
Shave the pellet.
Okay, hello. We're doing
That wasn't even engineered.
It was reverse engineered.
Why do we always have to talk after each song?
Play that backwards. Hey, where's
Hey, where's Carrie? Where's Harry Carey?
Where is he?
What are we playing next? Are we doing all originals tonight?
We're doing some originals.
Well, what's the
Depends on how
song?
many songs we get. If we got 28 songs, we won't be doing all originals.
What are we doing? We doing old hopscotch?
Sure.
How old's hopscotch? Like about 100?
Man, dude.
Well, it wasn't hopscotch before. It was some other kind of tune, but
You want me to count off 4? And then
Some
we'll play?
it
initials.
was around 1980, 81.
81. Oh gosh. Here we go.
It was about chasing chicks.
Okay. What kind of groove? I'll
What?
try to groove it.
No, it wasn't.
It was not about chasing chicks.
Checking to see if I was in tune
Oh.
there.
81. That song still has money.
If it wasn't for the ring,
Oh, my
which
God.
wasn't your fault, that was like space.
What was that?
Space silence.
Wow, that was weird.
That was like alien in space.
I think I was playing it on that guitar right behind me right there.
Yeah, did you hear like feedback or something when you were doing that?
No, I was singing. I was saying,
Who are you?
good evening.
I saw you move a little closer to that.
How's everybody doing? We're just getting started. I don't know about you all, but we're
Bueno.
just getting started.
I'm a little under the weather, but it's kind of sunny
Oh,
out,
what
so
happened? What
it's
happened?
It's not so bad. Oh, it's the best way to get rid of a cold is to give it to somebody. So my wife gave it to me.
Oh, Lordy.
Looking for volunteers.
I kind of like it because it makes you sound.
Gives me that Brenda Vaccaro voice.
Brenda Vaccaro,
Nice.
sexy,
Yeah.
sultry.
Yeah.
You think I could sell female products right now?
Cheryl has no idea about that kind of voice.
Cheryl's got the voice. She's got the voice. Hey, Cheryl.
Hey.
I thought you had a little. What happened to your little thing? Hey, it's
My little what?
It's Cheryl's birthday, and she's got what's your little crab you have or something? You got lobster.
That's down there.
Yeah, what happened? Don't dump the whole setup for it.
It's a
had to
blue
get it.
lobster. It's from a new restaurant.
Everybody,
called the Red Lobster.
Miss Cheryl. If you don't know Miss Cheryl,
He was
comes and
rocking
hangs
out.
out with us. You
He's
guys
a
are.
rock lobster.
It's the blue lobster for restaurants that keep the temperature at 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Yes. Here.
Have you guys ever seen? Have you ever gone to Have you gone to Have you gone to SeaWorld and eaten a fish sandwich? That's all I'm going to say.
No.
A fish sandwich at SeaWorld.
That makes no
that's
sense.
wrong.
That's
That
wrong.
is just
I have
wrong.
not.
Hang on, it's time for my medicine.
Yeah, it's medicine. Well, Cheryl, happy birthday.
Thank you.
What are you doing for your birthday? Anything special? Get on that mic.
I'm here with you.
Well, thank you.
So that's it.
Hey, where else would you want to be?
I know. Soul Shaker Garage on a Wednesday. Is
I've
it
got-
Thursday? Sorry.
Thursday.
My bad.
I took a nap, chilled out, did the girl thing with the tub and the makeup and all that, lotion.
Nice.
Good to see you guys. I've got basically the house to myself for the weekend, so I'm cool.
How big's your backyard? Can we fit a band back there?
Yeah, let's do a band rocking show.
I'd have to tear out a couple of really crappy plants, but I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Were the plants coming out anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Yeah. What's wrong with the cold now? When did you start that? Was that in the middle of the week or what?
No,
what
I've had it
happened?
started getting it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, I wasn't singing a whole lot last week.
Yeah. And when you get a cold, does it just knock you down? Is it done with you?
Well, there's a story that that
always
wives.
a story.
There's always a story with you, Burns. There's always a story.
Okay, it's not really a story. I'm making it up.
Barnes.
I make this stuff up as I go. So, wives will generally say, as they've got a cold and they go to work all day, they come home, they take care of the house, they cook your meal, they get they just carry on.
Yeah.
And they got the cold, they're sick, they just push right through it.
Right.
I'm at home with a blanket, all curled up,
Wuss.
Isn't
A
that
box
just
of-
most men?
box of
Box of
Kleenex.
smokes. Oh.
Well,
Isn't that just most men?
well, that's what I'm saying.
Noxy.
But here's the deal.
On
I
his
figured
face.
out with my last cold, with this cold, is it takes a pretty big cold to knock this guy back. So
I got you.
Vicks
I'm
Vapor
saying-
Rub on your chest.
I'm saying men's colds are a lot tougher to deal with.
Yeah.
I've got to agree with you. Your attitudes are don't feel good.
Well,
Yeah.
and be careful because if we have to vote in here tonight,
There's 3 men against me. I know.
yeah, well,
Well, I've had to take care of men that are sick and have little boo-boos, so
I don't think the last time I've been sick has been a minute, and knock on wood for that. But when I was younger, I got sick a lot. Like I was sick, asthma. I was just a mess. And then the doctor goes, "You need to get your tonsils out."
Ooh.
And thank you.
that was amazing.
How old were you?
Wow. My ears just cleared up.
How old are you, Punk, when you had your tonsils out? I was like 20 or 21.
No, I was
52.
I was 6 or 7 in that neighborhood. But after that, no sick.
Oh, better, yeah.
But when I do get sick, if I do get sick, it's
It's a wing danger.
It's a wang danger. It's a wang danger.
Like man, you were sick that one year from a soda tap or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We thought we was gonna lose, Punk.
I went to Costa Mesa Speedway and it was opening night, and I guess that the soda they don't replace in the things for my years or whatever.
The lines.
The lines, and I must
Yeah.
have been first in line because there was nobody else except for me, and I drank down that Coke or whatever it was. The next day I was down, and then I went to the hospital, and the doctor goes, "Oh, you're lucky
You know
came
what
in."
it was? I think it was belly sweat from Rich when he was playing for Dirty Water.
It was not.
He sloshed it over.
He said that live. Think about that for a second.
Rich, he knows he sweats when he sings.
I'm thinking right now, we just stop the podcast,
Start over.
edit that part out.
Oh my
Rich,
gosh,
Rich,
it's
my
so
brother.
bad.
If you're watching,
Oh,
the
my
dude
God.
sweats.
Yeah. Hey, I heard. Did you guys hear the story that the Who is playing tonight at the Hollywood Bowl?
Half of the Who.
Half of the Who. So, what do you think about that band coming back out after? I mean, are they considered the Who? I mean,
I'll tell
or
you
is
what
it
I think about
Adultery, Townsend revival?
What I think about it is I didn't buy tickets.
How much do you think tickets were for that bad boy?
Well, just to get in the building,
Yeah,
Probably
a couple hundred.
49.
35
No.
bucks
Is
or
it
40 bucks.
49?
$35.
Yeah. How
No,
much you say?
49 in the ad. And you know what? Just because I love you guys and I don't have the money, it would have been the Who Are You.
Oh,
Who are you?
I don't know if I could muscle those two people, right?
I don't know,
Come
man.
on.
$35. That's like dinner at
Yeah, but you
Denny's.
couldn't see them. You couldn't see them. I mean, they'd be like this big.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be
So-
way in the back. Now the Hollywood Bowl's got a pretty good
Sound.
and view. Have you been to the
Yeah.
bowl yet? Anyone?
Yes.
I've not been to the bowl.
Yeah.
Saw Monty Python there in 1978.
Oh, I think we discussed that
Discussed that a
before.
couple
We did
days ago,
discuss
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
But I'm
um,
not sure if that was on the Lost podcast or not.
Yeah, I think that we were the boy and I were talking about music, and you don't really know who is on the charts anymore. I looked at Rolling Stone, and there's a category for 15 different music genres in Rolling Stone. And back in the day, I was telling the boy, I said, hey, back in the day, you had Van Halen under Madonna, next to Michael Jackson, next to the Backstreet
Yeah,
Boys,
they
whatever
just-
it was.
they mixed them
but
all.
I mean,
You just named next year's Hall
Class of the Hall of Fame.
Hall of
now,
Fame inductees.
it's like how do they categorize music these days? I mean, it just makes no
well,
sense.
so there's the question. I read an article that says, why is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Chicago, why do they call it that? They ought to just call it, because some of the people that have been inducted, just call it the Music Hall of Fame and put rock and roll somewhere else, because half of the people that have been inducted, they have jack nothing to do with rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right?
Has
Am I
Deep
right?
Purple been in the Rock
True
and Roll
dat.
Hall of Fame?
Just, I think, did they make it last year or no?
I'm not sure. Did they?
No, it was before,
Okay.
So Deep Purple's in,
and they didn't play.
and they didn't play.
Well, they did,
Well,
but
there's no
Richie
Richie.
didn't.
No,
play.
Richie, yeah.
Richie
Maybe it was Nicole Richie that showed up in this place.
Nicole Richie.
So Blackmore didn't show up
No,
because he didn't want to have to fight Ian Gillan.
they didn't want to. It's hard to play guitar with boxing gloves on.
was
You can
But if
sing.
you-
You can sing with them, but
If you brought 5 Swedes with him,
well, I don't think.
As bodyguards.
I think that contract with the Swedes ran out.
they ran out.
Who was on? Who was on?
So did the joke.
Who was on stage with him?
With whom? I didn't watch it.
Deep Purple, yeah.
I don't support that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And it's not just Sour Grapes because they haven't asked me to be in it or to play it. It's that I think that they've missed the mark.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's
they
like
have. They've gone downhill on that because they learned. What, Milli Vanilli? Are they?
I don't know who else has been in it.
well,
I don't know.
who doesn't lip sync these days?
Yeah.
Well, that's true of it.
I think Paul Stanley lip syncs nowadays.
Well, how many
He's gonna go
drummers?
sing with
Sad.
sharks.
How many drummers filled in
Sad.
for Peter Criss on the albums?
Oh, I know.
You know,
I know.
it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like-
Anton Fig, I think, did most of the stuff for him. But
All right, let's see who's online real quick. Let me
oh
just-
yeah, who's online?
we got a Steven.
Really?
We got a Steven.
People are still
Shears.
watching this stuff.
I know. Can you believe it?
Steven
Steven
Shears.
Shears, Joe Jones,
Joe Jones.
Tom Guzzo is back.
Tom Guzzo's back.
Brother Tom.
We have
There's an awful echo in here.
One echo after another.
Daniel Nicogray. Is that?
Yeah,
Sista.
Sister.
We have a Craig Lesk.
Craig Lesk is
Craig
back.
is
He's
back.
Back watching. Craig, you got to get in here and sing some
That's
songs.
actually-
with us.
Craig, you gotta revisit Midnight Girl.
That's Craig's whole name is Craig Lesk is back. It
Craig
just says
Lesk.
it right across there.
Craig Lesk, you can bring your kid in, and you can play drums while we do Midnight Girl. How's that?
I got to shout out to Levi and Eden, Miss Eden and Mr.
Levi.
Very good.
Who's the drummer in the band? Who's
Levi.
Is that Levi? Yeah, he jams. We'll have to bring him a videotape of that tape you have of him drumming.
Yeah,
He was all over that set, man. He made
he's got
me
pretty
look
decent
bad.
rhythm,
Yeah,
little
he's
dude, you know.
yeah, it's
yeah,
amazing.
he gets on it.
Who else is that? Is all we got? That's it so far. Okay, good.
Danielle says hi from FHA's Grays minus Ben.
Yeah, Ben is in Australia.
What's he doing? Working?
He's he works for Hillsong Church, and he's there doing some studying and some
Nice.
gallivanting, seeing their
Eden
headquarters.
says hi.
Nice.
Eden says hi to Jeepa Jeepa.
Jeepa, jeepa.
Miss Eden.
Yeah.
She's cool. Love her.
Yeah, so I mean that was just
And Levi.
my gripe about the Rolling Stones. Like how do kids be able to rank what bands are good and bad and medium and all that, and you just don't know anymore.
Well, what happened that one year at awards show? They gave Jethro Tull. He got best heavy metal band.
Over who?
Tull over Metallica.
Over What? When did that happen?
This was a few years ago.
That was a Grammy,
yeah.
It was
or
like-
was
yeah,
it American Music
it was
Award?
something like one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably the year of the Black Album or something like that. It was a
heavy duty?
big Metallica year, and they go, yeah, Jethro Tull.
Oh,
We're gonna give it to Tull, who's
More progressive.
way beyond his
Yeah.
heyday,
Yeah.
into the twilight of his of his career. The guy's
Right.
Ian Anderson, awesome musician. He gets great players, but
Right.
to create, but he's
Are we going to do underrated frontmen tonight? 'Cause he ain't it.
He ain't it.
Ian Anderson is not underrated.
No,
Your mouthwash ain't working. Is that
it ain't making it.
It ain't making it. Your mouthwash ain't making it.
Underrated frontman. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Did you guys ever like Jethro Tull? I mean,
yeah.
Did you think his name was Jethro Tull for the longest time?
Yes.
Please.
Yes,
Who
for
are you
the
talking
longest
to?
time, yes.
I did. Ian Anderson.
Well, when I was younger, I did.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
you ever
it-
go see an
it
Ian
just 'cause-
Anderson concert?
Well, just because I was a flute player, and I was like, and I didn't know.
Kindred spirit
Flout.
with Ian Anderson.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You played the flout?
the flautist.
Flautist, yes.
Well, your brother
Yeah, but
should
if I
have.
couldn't do it on one foot.
Your brother should have talked you right out of that nonsense.
He should have.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. No.
Toll. I mean, the dude, he wrote great stuff. Ian Anderson, very talented, plays everything. I think that one album, Songs from the Wood, I think he played all the instruments.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Right.
But, for me, I'm just waiting for that Martin Barr solo.
Well, yeah, and of course, Martin Barr, phenomenal. Just listen to their live stuff.
Right.
Just great band. But the story of how they got their name, they would just play clubs around England, and they would just pick a new name each night. They wouldn't stick with the same name.
Right.
And that one they happened to pick on the
Jethro
night.
Tull.
Yeah, they'd watched an episode of the Beverly Hillbillies earlier.
Well, yeah, I was one of those guys that I was always.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Dougie.
Dire Straits. I thought that
Was that his name?
I thought that was his name. There you go.
Mark Knopfler.
Mark Knopfler,
Another
great
great
player.
guitarist.
Yeah, good player. You know who's a good player too that we forget to put on the list that no one really thinks of? Good songwriter too is Prince. I don't know
Oh,
if you
yeah.
guys have ever listened to Prince. I mean, he's got some weird things going on in his little thing, and
But he's a great guitar player.
great guitar player, good songwriter. Yeah.
Prince, really good guitarist. I couldn't stand any of his
I
material.
couldn't stand
Right.
it back then,
Just
but I
still,
appreciate
Yeah.
it now. I appreciate it now.
I don't.
I didn't
Well,
like it.
I was listening to some
I
live
didn't like
stuff.
any
I
kind
liked.
of disco or any kind of anything back
It
then.
was too synthesized for me
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
light. It was that. That's fine. People love it. He sold millions. He's a great
Well,
guitarist.
I did always like Little Red Corvette.
But
Always like that.
he's never on that list. You know what I mean? I mean, from great guys playing guitar. But how can they put that guy and not
I'm
just
thinking
drummer?
he was one of those guys that, like Frank Zappa, that they were just musical geniuses.
Yeah.
And they were a bit off.
That's a good point.
And underappreciated, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit on.
ma-
I mean, let's listen to Zappa's Colorado.
Orchestral stuff.
Listen to the song Colorado about raising dental floss.
Montana.
Or
Montana,
Montana. I'm sorry, wrong
Yeah.
state.
He's
Sorry,
raising dental
sorry
floss.
Montana, and sorry Colorado.
Sorry, all the above.
Colorado's got nothing to do with dental floss. It's
But he said,
all in Montana.
I'm going to move to Montana and I'm going to start a dental floss farm or something like that.
yeah.
Well, what did you play for me that one night? That's just a bizarre song.
Zappa?
Yeah,
Is it
played
St.
one-
Alfonso's?
Yeah, it's just a mess. Was that when Dale Bozio was in the band? Is that the guy's
Bozio
name?
drum
the drummer?
form. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
crazy
had
drummer.
a lot of great guitar players as sidemen.
Yeah, good players in that band.
Well, wouldn't he? I heard he, like Steve Vai, when he joined the band, he was giving Zappa was auditioning him, and he go, okay, do 4/4, okay, do this, do
Right.
7/8, do
Tempos,
all different
time signatures.
and play it to that, and that's how he picked his guys.
Yeah.
So he had some really stellar players in that band.
Was he a good player?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Amazing.
I mean, how do you consider his songwriting if he's songwriting about dental floss
He-
in
he's-
Montana?
in his head, he's got like Bach or something. I mean, just all these notes in his head.
Right.
And he's got xylophone because his xylophone's in his head. So he's got this girl that plays xylophone. Just that one little spot. But he's writing it. He's writing all the stuff out. He's not just saying, hey, play this.
Right.
You know, or showing her play it like this because this is the part coming. He's got it all written out. He just orchestrated the whole thing. Man.
In contrast to us,
yeah.
where we grind a riff for
a
3
minute.
weeks.
In E. Everything's in E. Because it's easy.
Yeah. I mean, did he ever have a hit on the radio?
Valley Girl.
Well, that was his daughter, though.
His daughter,
right?
but
And Dweezil's Apple?
No, I remember.
not on pop radio. He never had a hit.
No, I didn't think so.
No, I heard some. I'd have to think about
It's
it.
too cerebral.
Who did?
Well, it's FM, obviously, at the time.
Yeah, but still, they I don't.
There was some stuff
Doug,
off of Apostrophe had some stuff.
I don't remember even hearing that much of Zappa, even from KMET when they were around.
Well, you got to get the off popular.
Yeah, I've never listened to it, but
set.
it probably put some on and just listen to it and see what's going down, you know?
Dude, it's tough.
I know, that's what I mean.
Because it's very cerebral music.
Yeah.
Well, if you thought the Moody Blues was a little weird and out there, Zappa just...
Well, he loves the Moody Blues, don't
I
you?
love the Moody Blues.
She does. She loves.
Doug likes Nights and White Satin.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I put it on about a week ago to listen to that. One song. I'm not kidding you. Went about 35 minutes.
Yeah,
and it was like there was a jam in the middle of it. There was some singing, and then it would just go.
See, progressive music, it progresses to the next section, and they don't know where to end it, so they get a side of an album.
Well,
guys. You got 42 seconds, 41, 40. End that thing.
Let's fill that. But no, Emerson looked at Lake and goes, "Dude, I don't have any material." And Lake goes, "I got 2 songs. Let's stretch it out, fellas."
That's what it was. Well, that was kind of like when I saw the story of Pink Floyd. Not a big fan. Anyways, Pink Floyd. I've got a friend, John Rayburn.
It's Bash Band's night.
Yeah, I know. That's Bash Band's night.
That's the theme.
It's the Bash Band.
We just found it. I just got the chills.
Yeah. Did you get the chills?
If it's Bash the Band night,
yeah, I'm not bashing bands. I'm just saying that for me, it's tough to listen to like a Pink Floyd, even the Pink Floyd album. Some song, I don't know where they were going with it, but listening to those guys talk, those guys in England would give them the studio. Those guys would be in the studio for a month. They wouldn't do anything. They would order food in. They would just sit there and record. So half of these albums, they would come to the record company and go, "Here you go." And he goes, "Hey, there's only one song on here." He's going, "Well, there's a lot of stuff on that one song."
That's a lot of time locked in a room with Sid Barrett.
Yeah, they were self-contained like the platoons in Sparta.
Yeah,
unto themselves.
History lesson.
Yeah. History number 1. Yeah, I don't know.
No, Pink Floyd. You know what? Money. Okay, the song "Money" and "Wish You Were Here" is a good tune with the acoustic. Most of their stuff is tripped out, trippy.
Yeah,
smoke some weed or drop some acid. And I'm not down.
No.
Plenty of people
I'm not
love
bashing bands. No, I'm not doing
they're
that.
Just
it's
your cup of tea. Cool.
Money, the way Money starts is with the cash register and the chink chink. All those sounds is like that kind of pricks up your ego.
Well, and you got to remember too, these dudes were coming out of the '60s,
right?
So they were, you had '50s rock and roll hit, and okay, this is the new rhythm and blues popular thing, and then they kind of went into love songs, Dion and the Belmont type stuff, and then Diana Ross and the Motown stuff. I think those guys coming through the '60s were trying to break away from the calm standard.
But what were they?
Dude, I will Heimlich you.
Hey, can I give you mouth to mouth if you go down?
I need some more
sodas.
But I think what Doug was saying a couple of weeks ago about how you like so much the early albums of groups, and I'm kind of thinking about that
when they were raw.
Yeah, when the Queen thing came out, and they're going through all this stuff, and then they go Night at the Opera, and I'm like, I really like the earlier stuff. Queen 1, Queen 2, and Sure Heart Attack.
Yeah,
that's where the really
they were just guitar.
Hey, speaking of which, who do we have online really quick, and what are they saying to us? And then we're gonna rock and roll a song. Can you sing?
I'll do it.
All right. What are we doing?
Nobody knew. Somebody. Robert Taylor.
Calling.
Robert Taylor.
Bob
Taylor.
What's up, Bobby Taylor?
Googly Moogly.
Great Googly Moogly.
That's a Frank Zappa.
Good. There you go. The good reference.
Said. That's all for now.
That's it. Nobody else.
Play some music.
Okay, we're gonna play some rock and roll. We're gonna get you off of here.
Don't lose the crowd.
And turn off that mic. You know the game. All right, folks. I hope you're doing okay. We are Soul Shaker Garage. If you just tuned in and you're wondering what the heck are these three knuckleheads doing on your screen?
Yeah, if you found us by accident, sorry.
Yeah, I apologize for that. But you guys can go on YouTube and subscribe to us. We've got our old videos on there and got a little bit of interest going. And if you want to go do that now, subscribe. Go ahead. We'll wait. I always do this at the end, but I'm going to do it now.
Because
Thank you for
you need to tell them that right now we're working on our night at
We've
the
got
opera.
okay. Here's the funny thing about.
You just stepped all over it.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Just stepped all over that.
It's the funny thing. Funny thing is,
Go ahead, Punk. I'm done.
No, we're good. What are we playing?
the calling.
Oh yeah.
What?
Dougie Barnes. Hold on a second.
Little
Let's make sure we're
Dougie
good.
Barnes.
I want to make sure we're all set up. Do you sing this?
Yes.
Are you gonna cough in the middle of it?
I'm going to cough all through it.
Okay. Well, hold on a second. Let me turn you up so we can.
Just as long as your microphone's dripping by the end of it.
Yeah, we don't need any of that. No crazy.
Let's talk about loud amplifiers later.
Okay. Are you both of your amps on? Is that on?
As far as you know.
Oh no. Okay.
Original. Hurry.
Hey. Is this an original? This isn't an
It
original.
was when I wrote it.
Oh.
One to make my
you. Thank you very much.
Very nice, Punk.
Oh, man. Is that getting tiring or what?
So I was going to
Hold on.
Punk. What? I was going to tell you about
Story?
loud
Story?
amplifiers.
What amplifiers?
So I'm looking into Leslie West. There was a thing on the interweb the other day. Leslie West was talking about the tone that he got out of his guitars way back. I refuse to say back in the day. I'm not that guy. Anyway, I've heard you guys, so I'm not going to coin that phrase.
Back in the day.
All right, so back in the day, Leslie West.
Oh, chill out.
Chillax. So
okay, Casey Kasem, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. All right.
Okay, all right.
So 50 years ago, when we were all quite a bit younger.
So Leslie West says he's had a deal and he's unpacking the amplifiers, and they gave him Sun PA amplifiers, the head and
Sun.
yeah, but
Okay.
the PA stuff.
Oh.
Very, very high watt heads, and it just was the craziness of the volume of that thing and whatever they sent him and the what were the eminent speakers, I think he said. And so that was kind of he was playing Les Paul Juniors at the time, and that was the little tone that he had. They're called P90 pickups in it, in case anybody wants to know. So he's learning to use that tone, and he's, as they're getting famous, 1969, they're doing a lot of stuff. They go to Woodstock, and they're huge, and so people are going, hey, that's a great tone that guy's got, and you hear that, and that reminds you of Leslie West. You hear that particular
It was
sound.
pretty heavy for back then.
Yeah. And again, a three-piece band, so they were
three-piece, huh?
monster stuff. So
That was good stuff. Well, I heard he had an eating disorder. Was he about 4.5 bills?
He was a big boy for
Was he? He was a big
for a while. That's why they were called Mountain, because they said that he was like the Mountain
No
Man.
kidding.
Yeah. And
Well,
so-
I heard, and then you didn't hear anything from him because I heard he ate the whole band.
Wow.
Look at Monty.
you like
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was
Did
good.
you like
Monty.
that?
That was good.
I like cheap humor sometimes.
Oh, my gosh.
A long time ago, I learned that you should use self-deprecating humor.
Is that right? Yeah.
I do it all day long at work, man.
The funny thing is that Sun amps, are they still in business by any chance? I don't think they are, right? But I saw an old...
I've not seen any ads for him at all. So
Yeah.
I saw the
With
old
Randall.
77 The Who when they were in the studio in England, and they made it into a video. Bob O'Reilly, I think it was, and Intuos was playing Sun amps.
Yeah.
But I remember that when we went, I don't know if it was you and I went to see Kiss, Gene Simmons was using Sun amps at the time.
Yeah.
And those things were so loud.
Well,
And those
the
things-
cabinets were ported, right?
yeah,
Punk?
ported. Yeah, they had the big
Yeah.
18s in them.
Yeah,
They were just
looking at- yeah.
gnarly. I don't know what speakers they were using in that. And then we end up with a Sun. We still have that.
Where's the board?
it's in the back.
Doug and I
But-
squeezed a dude at Music Mike's in Riverside. It was sitting over in the corner. It had this much dust on it. I go, Doug, check that out, man. That board. I go, that board ain't moving. I go, we're going to get it for a lot cheaper. So I go over to the manager. I go, bro, we're interested in this board. He goes, really? And I go, yeah, but not for that. I go, here's the deal. There's an inch of dust on this thing. You're not selling it, so you better cut us a really good deal. And
What was the deal that you guys ended up getting that for?
go ahead.
I don't know. I don't remember the number.
Yeah, I think they were asking like 5 something, and we got it for like $475, and then he gave
Yeah,
us
we talked about $25.
no high fives.
Oh, okay.
High fives.
High
And we got it
fives.
for like $475
Oh,
or
I
something.
thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then he gave us like 4 chords.
Yeah, and when we walked out the door with it, those guys gave each other a high five. So that's where that went.
Well, it's so funny.
We still got it, brother.
How many channels is that thing? Like 4 channels?
That's 8 channels.
8 channels.
Yeah.
Got its own thing in it. We exploded those speakers at a gig. They went on fire.
They
That
caught
was
fire.
at the PCH Club.
PCH Club, yeah.
Yeah.
On fire, yeah. That was beautiful. And
Firewa.
then we checked out the speakers in them. They were made for like
100
playing
watts.
your baby record player on
Yeah.
that thing. Wasn't even we're pumping like bands through those things. But hey, how long did it last until it finally gave out on us? It was a minute,
Couple
right?
hours.
Just long enough.
Yeah, long enough. Yeah, I was going to say you guys paid that much for it, and you're about to make a purchase.
Not online, I'm not.
No, you're about to make a purchase.
Not online.
Not online, you're not. But soon, folks, if you guys, we keep telling you can come and record here if you want.
Yeah.
We're a garage and we're a recording studio and we're a rehearsal space. If you guys need rehearsal space, come and talk to Doug. Talk to Montrose. You guys can come and rehearse in here.
No, talk to Doug.
What band do we have coming and rehearsing here pretty soon?
It's it does not have a name at this point.
Right. Who's in the band? Anybody we know? Are we supposed to say?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say.
Liberties?
But if he's watching tonight.
Yeah, you can chime in if you want.
And his buddy that's from Fresno, so you know who I'm talking about.
There you go.
There you go. Hey.
Yeah, but we're getting.
This is like Sun Studios.
This is like Sun Studios. We record very raw, mono.
And
there's no stereo.
He's Sam and he's Phillips. And you could be the next Elvis walking through the door here.
But we're in the process of getting a bigger board, and we're in the process of making it so that it'll always be set up. Am I correct? We'll be able to record whenever we want.
And here's what I want to tell anybody that wants to come in and record. If we record it and you don't like the sound of when it's done, when we've got it all done, just give us a couple days. We'll learn the songs and play them, and then we'll let you listen to that.
He's putting himself out there.
No, so humble.
We've listened. How many people hand us CDs? It's happened to me. I go watch these bands play and I film them, and then they hand me their CD and I get it in the car and I'm like, okay, who is this band? That wasn't the band that was up there
live. Yeah.
So it's the people that are recording these things, or I don't know what they're doing to make the band not sound like the band that should be sounding like when they're up on stage. But that's what we're trying to achieve here. We're trying to achieve whatever you guys want to play live, you're going to sound like that.
We call that the Van Halen principle.
The Van Halen principle, Ted Templeman principle. It's play live, and then if you guys need to overdub some stuff, you're more than welcome to. But you guys are always welcome to give us a call and let us know, hey, we want to record it. We're inexpensive. We're not cheap, but we're inexpensive. How's that?
We're
the dollar stores of recording.
Montrose's first album. Just think that.
Hey, listen to
Stripped Down.
Yeah, listen to Black Sabbath's first album. Oh my gosh, it is so raw. You can hear like the tape spinning in the background. It's beautiful.
We're a great value studio.
Great value studio, blue wrap, plain wrap, plain wrap studio. So yeah, we'll have that available soon, where we'll just be able to go.
I think there's stamps and a book you can use.
Value.
Yeah, we're gonna set it up so we can record whenever, and we still haven't even done our recording yet. We're done with it.
We're close.
We're close, but I gotta.
Has it been 2 years?
What's the difference between mastering something and not mastering something? When they call it, this is the master.
You have to.
What do you have to do? Well, it's done.
Well, the master is before is when it's completely done. It's you've already mastered the tape. You've already done it all.
I get that, but they have a guy who just does mastering. Like on the back, it'll say mastered by John Joe.
Because they ship it off and it's like fine tuning, isn't it?
But a mastering
polish on it.
Yeah, but a mastering board doesn't look anything like the recording board. The master board is smaller, and I don't know if they just send them like a 2-track deal of the finished product, or is it all the channels and he can mix it?
I believe the tape, the master tape, is the one that they send for cutting. You know, that they're going to make prints off of.
Got it.
I think they've got the other tape that they've worked on, and then they run that onto a tape. That becomes the master. You go and you use that as your the main tape to make all of the prints of everything.
No, I get that.
And then you lock it in a vault.
Right. And
sounds about right.
Sounds about right. And it was interesting to see. It's online. It's on YouTube. If you go, I forget. I think it was Sonic Temple. I think not Sonic Temple. Isn't it the Cult?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm trying to talk about the Foo Fighters. And he wanted to record again on tape. Well, he's got the original thing from Sunset Sound, the original board.
Didn't he buy that studio?
He did. He bought the studio, brought it home. But he recorded the one album on tape in his garage. He wanted to be at home with his kids and his wife, so he brought it in there. And it's all online. It's fun to watch. But he's cutting tape and they're rehearsing because I guess you only have a few takes to get it right. You can't be putting too much on that tape or it starts getting degraded.
Yeah. We've seen the black stuff come off the tape while we're running it.
Oh, yeah. We still have stuff on that tape. Right. I got to find that back out.
Yeah.
But it was amazing to watch the guy slice tape. That is such an art to see somebody slice the tape match it together to something and make
Right.
sure it's seamless. I mean,
it's like film editing and sound editing. It's an art. It
oh
really
my
is an art.
gosh! I mean,
Yeah.
compared to what the kids have nowadays, where it's digital, where all they got to do is
Right.
cut something off, or you see me take one thing and put it over here.
And when we've talked about the contrast between, being precision, tight, that produced overproduced versus more of a raw in studio, like Doug said, Van Halen's first album,
Yeah.
Montrose's first album, Ted Templeman. It was just, let's go live, guys, and you can even hear a little bleed over. But I like that because it's raw and it's.
Yeah, and I
pure.
wonder why
It's
bands
pure.
aren't doing that nowadays. I mean, I get it. It's probably the band has no say whatsoever in anything that goes on musically
No, it's
nowadays.
their management and the producers and they're trying to get it on the radio, so it's got to sound perfect.
Well, and how much of it's played versus
God,
sampled?
good question. Yeah, I mean, it's just who knows, and some of my friends that are online, nameless, of course, because I'm going to feel bad if I say their name, but recently put out some stuff, and I'm like listening to it, and listen, I'm no music god. Just let me get that out of the way.
I'm shocked.
I can't write. I can't do anything.
Yes, you are.
But I know when something sounds good, but why would you put something out there that sounds so bad? It's not you live, and then you go see them live, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not even the same band.
They sound a lot better than that dookie they were handing out.
Yeah. Oh, you remember you and I, not nameless again, we were listening to a CD on...
Say
on
it like Doug Barnes, say Bug Darns. Then
Bug Darns.
We'll know, but nobody else will.
What do they call that, Pig Latin, when you say it backwards? Yeah, and how bad was that?
Yeah.
Monty, did you hear that, the CD we gave you?
Yes.
Well, how bad was that? It was pretty bad.
It's a little rough.
Right.
A little.
And a name studio, by the way, a friend of mine.
Once again, the question is, did those guys just say, here, what the heck, get out, here's your stuff and get out? Or
After listening to that, I think so.
Your time's up. We're going to go ahead and master it.
we're going to master it, but they put their name on it. So you want that product out there.
Oh, man, if I'm the studio, I don't want my name on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. They pasted their name on the back. We won't let anything out of here unless it sounds bad, right?
Yeah, we want to put the
Just
worst
kidding.
out.
No,
right, so-
we want to put the worst. No, I'm just teasing.
But here's the deal. We, musicians, they're picky about their stuff. Iron Maiden's first album, right?
Right.
I saw an interview with Steve Harris. Harris said, it sold millions. He was not happy with the album. He goes, I just wasn't
Right.
happy. He goes,
That happens a lot.
He goes,
Yeah.
it should have been heavier. It should have been a heavier sound, guitar sound, and it wasn't. The way they mixed it and mastered it, he goes, I just wasn't happy with it. But he goes, sold millions. So
And I'm hoping that when
Who am I?
somebody comes here, if somebody comes here to record
Yeah, is
with
anybody
us,
going to want to come to record with us at Soul Shaker Garage?
that when
If
they
a
when
bullfrog
they
had wings.
when they leave with it, then they're going to be happy with it. And if they're not, then what do you do?
Well,
if we think it sounds great, but then they go, we're not coming back.
Yeah, but I think the
That would be
difference is
disappointing.
like when Monty and I recorded back in the early 80s, what we heard after we recorded was amazing. We were like sitting there in the recording studio going,
The playback.
this is freaking great, man. This is awesome.
the studio speakers, the playback was like,
Right.
this is really good.
We looked at each other when he
not
started
that-
playing it. Yeah.
Not that we were good. It's just the recorded stuff sounded
sound.
really good.
Right.
And then they squeezed it onto a cassette, lost everything. It's just like, wow, what happened?
Yeah.
It was
sounded like crap.
embarrassing. Yeah, it sounded like it was in a tin can, and it was horrible. So I don't know if, I rather if we do something like that here, I want the band around me, going, okay, I want this up, this up. I have no choice over
Well,
that.
see, that's the thing is we're gonna do a live recording, and it's going to be raw. Here you go. This is what the sound was. We're not going to engineer any of it.
Right.
We're just going to give them the.
Oh, okay, I got you.
The file.
That's smart.
With no equalizers or anything or nothing.
Well,
just boom, here it is.
Well, because here's the.
Just how we set it up.
If you remember Metro Hotel,
Metro, yeah.
we're going seeing them live all the time. Great sound, and they do a 45, and the 45 is just somebody got a hold of it in the booth and put the keyboards up front, and it's a guitar band. It was like they did Burn. They did some great organ and guitar stuff, but it was like it was just too much like
Polished or
the Cars. It sounded like the Cars or something.
Yeah, it just was really disappointing compared
It
to
should
the
have
band live.
sounded like Van Halen.
But that's still going on. That's my point.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. It's still happening, and I don't know why that is. I would like to go, hey, let me come and see you play, so I know what we need to get for you, and let's mic you up. Let's go ahead and have you play.
Right.
And I hope you sound like this when we're all done, you know.
Right.
I see a lot of bands going, I'm tracking. Why are you tracking? Don't track. Just play live with your band.
That's got to be just hugely disappointing. Listen to Erase the Slate by Dawkins.
Good Lord.
Punk, Erase the Slate by Dawkins.
Yeah.
Listen to that CD. It knocks your head off from the first the first cut, which is I think it's Erase the Slate is the first song. It takes your head off. It's that heavy and just really engineered and recorded like they're live.
Right. And
sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, where it happened, I know we got to play and I got to get you on here, but last point to this is Motley Crue's Leather Records compared to Elektra, and no one's heard the Leather record because it's not available anywhere. I don't even think it's available online. The thing is amazing sounding. I mean, you listen to that and you're really going, wow. I was like, this band is going to be huge.
And then Elektra got them and cleaned it up, and it sounded like the Carpenters.
It was horrible.
Hey, now,
no, I mean,
it was
I
horrible.
love
Carpenters. I love the Carpenters. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun.
All right, so we've got.
She was a good drummer. Come on, don't give me that.
Dude, she was a great drummer.
She could drum and sing.
Great voice.
Hey,
she was better than most rock drummers of the time.
I'm not talking about
you are
the
talking
Carpenters.
About
no, I'm talking about anytime you guys start singing standards, it starts. I just see people hanging up.
Okay, so before they hang up,
I don't think they hang up, buddy.
Before they hang up, there's Liesl Roberts.
Liesl, what's up, girlfriend?
Kelly Beletsky.
Beletsky.
Norton Roberts.
Norton Roberts is our buddy.
Lionel Stelly came in for a little bit.
What's up, Lionel, brother?
Lionel and the old C4OC crew. Hey, you guys remember that real fast. Hold on. Pause on that. C4OC has a live broadcast they do every Tuesday from the Doll Hut. So if you guys would like to go on there, I think it's called Metal Mike's Live from the Doll Hut. I think that's what it is. It's Mike C, I think his name is, and he holds. So if you guys get a chance, Tuesday night, look on C4OC's website, and they have a live feed from the Doll Hut, and they play, I think, their radio station, and they have a live band, and I think Augie and Eden was this week. I'm not even sure.
No kidding.
Yeah. Anyways, Eden's back. Eden's back.
Are we gonna play the Doll Hut again?
I would love to. Hey, if any promoters are out there, Soul Shaker's ready to rock. So whenever you want to...
Well, just ask Lionel. He'll probably get us in.
Yeah, Lionel, get us out the outside stage. I think they have an outside stage now. Get us on the outside stage.
If they don't, we can play on the freeway.
Is it by the 5?
My mom always said go play on the freeway.
Oh, no. Okay, so we got to get out of here. We need to play one more song. What are we playing?
I don't know, but did you hear that it was like I don't know if it was a whale, but a large fish swallowed a guy like a couple weeks ago? And he didn't know how to get out, so he just ran real fast, and then he was all pooped out.
Was his name Jonah?
Oh my gosh!
No.
Yeah.
Is this?
There was two ends. It was John.
Turn his mic off.
Oh my gosh, that was horrible, dude.
It was Jonna.
What was that? Okay.
What are we doing there, Punk?
Well, everybody sang, so I got to sing something. And the only thing I got left is if you want to do an original, I could do Lead Me On. And if you want to do a cover, we can do The Cult. What do you want?
And we can take Cheryl out of the picture.
Oh, Cheryl. Bye-bye, Cheryl.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Cheryl.
Thank
You're
you.
out of here.
Send your cards and letters.
Turn that mic off, Cheryl. Yeah, so what is it you want to do? What do you think we should do for the last song of the night? Hey, by the way, hold on real quick.
Subscribe.
Once again, we are Soul Shaker Garage. We're here in Orange County, California, somewhere. Do we say
in
where
an
we are?
undisclosed location? PM us.
And if you guys want to come down and watch, you're more than welcome to. We've got a computer. When Cheryl's not here, you guys can say hello to all the fans out there and be part of the crew. Or you can come and rehearse. If you need rehearsal space, you can call Doug or email us at soulshakergarage@gmail.com
or PM us.
And PM us on Facebook. Doug Barnes, are you Doug B. Barnes? What are you on?
I'm Doug Barnes.
Doug Barnes.
He's Barn Doors.
Barn Doors
with the beagle with the sunglasses.
With the beagle with the sunglasses, and just let them know that you want to come and rehearse, and we'll set you up. We're open. We're open forever right now, and
yes, sir.
And we're going to be recording soon. So whenever you guys want to record or you want to come down, it's a garage. It's like you coming down to your own garage and setting up microphones on the ground, but a little more professional.
And we have air conditioning.
And we have air conditioning. We have Elvis, and we've got computers, and we've got everything.
There's a workable toilet.
And if you don't have air conditioning at your house, you come on down and rent some space right now because we have air conditioning here.
Yeah, you guys can set up a bed. You guys can have a bedroom here for a nominal monthly charge, right? We can have musicians.
No, I believe the word
they can come and sleep.
The word's phenomenal. Phenomenal charge.
Anyways, that's the garage, you
about
guys.
A gift
it's like your
or
garage.
A present or
a gift.
Sure.
Yeah, we've got a Venmo. So if you guys are on your phone, you say, "Hey,
Don't forget the gift.
I got an extra $5. I want to send it to Soul Shaker." You go to Venmo, go say Soul Shaker Garage, and send us that $5 and say those guys need it.
My
more
last
than I do.
$5.
My last $5. Don't give it to the guy in the corner because he's just going to go buy drugs.
And
so
we
don't do it.
We didn't just pick up these instruments
rock.
on the street. We were ordained with a gift in order to play what we do, and we're grateful for that.
We're ordained musicians.
And we're happy to share that with you.
Can you be an ordained musician?
I got a wedding coming up Friday.
Whoa, you're going to do one?
I'm going to do a wedding.
All right. You're going to dress up like Gene Simmons?
I'm on a roll.
All right.
Next Friday, not this Friday.
Not this Friday, next Friday. Yeah.
What's, okay, so what do you want to do? You got an original Lead Me On?
I want to do a wedding song.
You're a wedding song.
Do you want
Wedding
to do,
singer.
Misty?
What, you got both amps on? And what are we playing? Pick your poison. It's 8 o'clock.
I knew. The way it would be. Yeah.
singing.
Hey, good job, fella.
Hey.
Good job.
The reason we put Harry Carey on there tonight is because I used to have glasses just like those.
Harry Carey. So do it. Here we go. We're going to put them right up now. And
Well, they're not like that now.
Oh, but they're not. Okay, so we'll say bye to everybody that was online. Who can we say bye to, Miss Cheryl? And we'll say goodnight to everybody.
Well, I found a little thing on the right-hand side that says chat. Is that people that are watching you, but they're not showing up?
I'm not sure anymore.
No, chat. Yeah, chat is who's saying stuff.
Oh, my gosh. We got all kinds of weird names going on here.
Janine Wolskiewski just now joined, so Janine, you're going to have to watch it.
Oh, sorry,
on
Janine.
Rewatch it.
Rewatch it.
Macanucci. You see that right there? That guy right there?
I can't see that far.
This cat right here. This cat right here.
I'm lucky to see this microphone.
Best 7-Eleven employee around. Let
Oh,
me
right
just
on.
tell
Is
you
that where you
Orange.
get your coffee?
Yeah, the guy's
Oh,
the
cool.
best guy in the
Oh,
world.
brother,
Yeah.
thanks for checking in, man.
Met at the one in Orange, the one on the corner of Taft and Orange Olive, and he's moved over to the one off of Collins, I think it is, and Tustin Avenue. But he's a great guy, man. So he chimed in. His daughter plays bass.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, yeah. So he's got a couple musicians in the band. And Nate and Janine, yeah, that's about it. But hey, anybody else chime in about wanting to come and rock and roll? Remember, you guys can come and rehearse. You can come and record. What else can they do? They can do it.
They come and watch.
They
Come
can
and watch.
do anything they want.
You can come and watch.
Wow.
It would
Wow.
be.
Hang out.
We've got a whiteboard with some pens, and if you guys come down and watch, you can just write your comments right there.
Right on. And Cheryl, happy birthday, Cheryl,
Thank you very
Miss
much.
Cheryl. And
Love you, Cheryl.
Doug, Monty, love you guys. And we will see you.
Love
Doug,
you
play
guys.
us
Love
out
you
with
guys.
something. Soul Shaker Garage, number 32. 33 next week, right? So if you guys let us know what's up, comment, come and see us. Go ahead.
Hey!
Leading off the next inning.
Hey! How about those cubbies?
Good night, folks.